YD to lie and cheat and scam and con. That's what they family members do. I mean, I guess that's what their parents homeschooled them on or something. I don't fucking know. But bitch, you played with the right one. Okay. So anyway, that place down there she bought for 10 motherfuckers said she gonna rent it for 1,300. Then she turned it into 1,400. Then it don't sit right in my spirit. You know, I sat here at night and I was thinking like, you know, and my spirit was just lying and shit, bitch. Whatever. So I'm gonna have to charge 1450. 1450. Then she told me, yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get home insurance on the place. And that's gonna cost me 175, and I'll just have you pay like half of that. You could just add that in the rent. This bitch was sitting up here verbally modifying the contract, doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do 24/7. The bitch, the lease said it would have a dryer in it. Then the motherfucker sent a message like, yeah, and there won't be no dryer in there either. Like she was just doing whatever. She is a demon. Steer clear of her, okay? I'm telling you right now. Then I got in touch with the prior tenant, okay, who was still living in the motherfucker. Don't you know the place had just been shot up? Some motherfuckers rolled on that bitch, shot up the front, then went around the back, shot up the back. The old tenant was like, girl, that's all they do out here. They shoot up all the time. You ain't gonna be able to take your granddaughter out back and shit where them brown apartments are. Because that's all they shoot. That's all they do is shoot and shit like that. The detectives already been over here and everything. Like, bitch, you sitting up here, YD, trying to charge somebody 1450 for that fucking piece of shit that you really need to have a fucking bulldozer come in there, okay, and tear the bitch down. And an excavator, my granddaughter just taught me what that was, okay? I never knew what that was. I just seen them, the shits with the big ass fork on the thing. And then my granddaughter, who's autistic, and I love her to death, but she's actually smarter than your ass. She sat up here and was looking in a book, and she pointed, she said, excavator! See, don't ever underestimate somebody with autism, motherfucker. Look how smart she is. She was smarter than grandma. Grandma's damn near 50. I never ever knew what that was called. But thank you, Jesus, for my grandbaby. Okay? And any of you motherfuckers got something to say about her, you will get slapped. Period. Okay? Because a lot of you out there already make me sick. You make me sick, damn it. Getting on my nerves. I can't stand you because you don't listen. I'm bringing the awareness. I'm telling you, advocate for your fucking self against bullshitters and corruption and wrongdoing asshead motherfuckers like this bitch right here, the YD. Okay? And you can go out there on the case search line, whatever it's called, Ohio case information, and you could type in this case number. You can type in a motherfucking name versus the other motherfucking name, and you can click on all these blue shits right here, and you can see every fucking thing said and done. You hear me? Okay. Mm-hmm. YD's ass. Now let's see here. YD. I have filed some interrogatories for YD's lying ass to answer, right? That's how you get them too. That's how you get wrongdoing head ass motherfuckers that like to lie and act like you don't have a case and you putting in frivolous shit and all this fucking bullshit. This is how you get them. You say, oh, okay, is that right? Is that true? Well, let's just go ahead and have you answer these questions right here, then boo boo, that require you to authenticate your answers, okay? That require you to put an affidavit along with them saying that you're telling the truth. Because if I come in there and I prove that you're not telling the truth, bitch, and you done set up here and you said under oath and you sworn in front of the notary public and everything like that, and you put it in the court, and I come in here and prove that you were wrong, that's your ass. Okay, so yeah, she hasn't answered yet, right? Okay, boo-boo. So when was that? They got served. You got to go from the point that they got served, right? So yeah, they got served here. Yeah, boo-boo. The interrogatories. The attorney. Yeah, he got served right here, right? 1-3, 1-3. Yeah. So I'm pretty much thinking that if the answers aren't in here, I think they have 28 days to answer. Yeah. So 28 days. Pretty much coming up this week. Boo boo hoo hoo. If you do not answer, you're setting yourself and your client up for failure, right? Now I did offer for you guys to settle. I did. I sent settlement letter one and then a final settlement, and you acted like you didn't want to talk to a motherfucker. So you're gonna have to do something, boo boo, because if I don't get those answers, yes, this is my affidavit I filed because I don't have no cause to lie, right? You file affidavit when you don't have a reason to lie. Okay. Yeah, make sure they get a copy of everything too, like requesters. Make sure they get a copy. Just send everything to them and shit like that. Yeah, send it. Yeah, these my witnesses. Yeah, and the old tenant that YD's ass had in there too will be called as a witness. Yes, because that person told me a lot of shit. She said YD was a piece of shit landlord. She was actually a slumlord. She didn't want to fix shit, and she told me the motherfucker. The house shit had dookie juice and dingleberries and all that coming up through the fucking sewage. Said the stove don't work because the whole electric amp shit that's in there don't hold that much fucking electricity. That's why Nate's ass was over there one day when YD let me in that girl's house without that girl's fucking permission. Okay, because that girl was still living there. See, that's a low down, dirty ass, sneaky bullshit, motherfuckers. Dude, that's actually illegal, YD. Damn, you so dumb. That girl should sue your ass. YD should be behind the clink. Yes, she should. And maybe she's on the way because all the fraudulent bullshit that she has been participating in has been reported, as a matter of fact. Because what YD does as well, she goes and files for all this shit like PRC and impact community shit, weatherization, and all that for that place that girl lived in. Her tenant, the tenant told me. The tenant told me that PRC was getting ready to pay some back rent for her. Had another check waiting, go pay it straight to Yvonne, go pay it right to YD and everything like that. But then YD, when she sued in court, she has the audacity and the gall, okay, to sit up here and tell the motherfucking court in the answer to the complaint against her that she's not a landlord. And she's not the owner of this property that she actually wrote her name all over. She drafted a fucking lease and shit like that and signed it IYD landlord. She signed that. Yes, she did. And she drafted the bitch. She tried to tell the court, I ain't no landlord. I ain't no. Oh, why you impersonating the landlord? And why'd you try to enter into some kind of shit acting like you was the landlord or owner of that property and stuff like that? That's fraud, boo boo. That's fraud, boo boo. Okay? You should be in the clink. Okay? With those 25 nurses that's getting ready to go and other motherfuckers like you that do shit like this. I just seen on TikTok that this fucking couple sat up here getting these houses and however the fuck they did that and selling them and doing some bullshit knowing they wasn't supposed to. See, that's the under. They're probably friends with YD. They're probably her cousins or something like that. Her real family. Her real family. I don't think she's really in our family. I think they found her under a cabbage leaf or a rock or something. And somebody was walking down the street in my family or something like that, just enjoying nature. And they walked by. They said, "What is that?" They said, "Ugh, what's that? Ew, what is that? That look like a creature. Hell no, that look like an alien. What the fuck?" Then they walked over. They was like, "Oh no, that's a baby." They was like, "That's a baby. We'll take her home." It was YD. You know, that's what I think really had happened. And you know, and everybody in the family when they brought her in and stuff, everybody in the family was like, "Ah, what's that? Ah, put it in a reptilian ass cage and shit like that." And my grandma and everybody there was like, "Stop it! So you're gonna have to stop. Don't do that. This is a child. This is a motherfucking child and shit like that. Y'all don't sit up here and do that. I know she's ugly." But I'm gonna teach her how to draw her eyebrows on with a pencil. Okay? And put makeup on and cover it up and stuff like that. And we're just gonna tell her that she's part of the family. So that's what happened. They found her under a rock with it, you know. They was like, "Oh hell no. Leprechaun back in the hood, baby. Let's get her and take her on home." And then they gave her to one of this lady in the family. They was like, "Act like you're her mother for the rest of her life. And if you sit up here and you tell the truth, that's your ass." And that's what she did. It has to be. Because the wrongdoing had that shit that this motherfucker doing, she ain't got none of my blood in her because she's crazy as hell. She's a conner and she's a scammer and shit like that. So, and I hope she gets everything that she deserves because she acting like a whole piece of shit. But yeah, okay, anyhow. Yeah, right? Of course. Anyhow. Well, yeah, this motherfucker right here, YD, she's a scammer. And in this court case, she sat up here and tried to tell the court and shit like that she's not really a landlord. She's not the owner of the property, nothing like that. But what it is really is she actually, it's only her name on the lease as an individual, right? But she actually does have a business, which a lot of people do when they decide to go and get these places and they flip them or whatever. They put them under a business name, which that is what she did, but she never did reveal that. She never did say, and that business name is nowhere on that lease. And so therefore she is individually liable for the decisions that she made with respect to the contract that she drafted, she entered into, she signed her John Hancock to, and then she decided that she was going to breach it. Yeah, so harms were actually caused to me and my family because of the actions of YD, okay, as a direct result, okay? And those harms would not have occurred if it was not but for the very actions of Yvonne D, okay? So that is where she needs to really come to the table and figure out what the fuck she wants to do. Because if her attorney, who also has been in trouble before, by the way, by the disciplinary council, so he better tread motherfucking lightly, okay? Because I'll turn his ass in and have him looked at again in his dealings with this motherfucker, okay? Because she's a wrongdoing head ass. And con artists and scammers and fraudulent people seem to find each other, okay? And they are in cahoots, and they love to do that type of shit and act like they're goody two shoes and sweep shit under the rug until they get caught, and then they want to sit in court and stuff like that. When a judge ain't got no time for their ass and don't want to hear it, then they want to cry and say, "I'm sorry," and not this because they've been caught, right? So yes, her attorney has been in trouble before in the past, and if he's not careful, he's going to be before the disciplinary council as well. Because I'm finding there's a lot of attorneys here in this particular city that do a lot of wrongdoings, a lot of bullshit, and they actually do violate their code, okay? Their codes of professional conduct and things like that. They actually do. And then when you do turn them in, disciplinary council doesn't really seem to care very much about the people that they're issuing out these law licenses to. That's not good. That's not good. But whatever, hoo hoo boo boo, okay? We'll come back with another case. This particular case here is personal injury, but yet it did have to do, along the lines of landlord-tenant. She's a slumlord. She's not a landlord, and there is absolutely a difference, boo boo, okay? These slumlord head-ass motherfuckers like YD's ass, they make landlords look bad, okay? They really do. I have the best landlord in the entire world now. Yes, I do. He's doing things the right way, like what I'm really used to. Like, I never ran into anybody like some of these motherfuckers. And these bad apples didn't start to come around until it was the talk of real estate and flipping homes and stuff like that. And they was doing the shit, just to get money. They're not really, you can talk. What, this? Oh, yeah, they just doing the shit just to fucking make money. I'm on my video.
Where do you want video at?
This? It ain't video, this is talking.
Oh, what's this?
I'm screen sharing.
Who's screen sharing?
I'm gonna be putting it on YouTube. I'm doing an education. It's education about court.
Oh.
And I want everybody to know that this person right here, YD, is a con and scamming ass motherfucker. And it's public record. Thank you, Jesus.
YD, I don't know what that is.
Huh?
I don't know what that is.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That sat up here and tried to have us move into a bullet-riddled place where the gangbangers on the south side roll. Who want to live in there, honey? And they deliberately shot up the place because of the tenant's daughter, allegedly, okay? But YD sat up here and had that tenant pay her for the damages, the bullet holes and shit like that. Then she turned around and put in the daggone insurance claim and stuff like that on it to get her payment for that property out of that. But yet she told the court, I'm not a landlord. I don't own that property. Not me. But signed the shit, YD landlord. Okay, if you acting in the capacity of your business when you're doing business to rent properties, that is exactly who you need to be putting on your lease, or at very minimum, you need to put the business, okay, Coric, whatever, on your business, and then you need to name yourself as the agent. And then you also need to give that information to the person you're renting to so they have that. But you didn't do that, boo-boo. You're trying to backtrack and clean up now, okay? But yeah, honey, yeah, they shot that bitch up. So why would I want to live in there anyways when you sat up here and said already the tenant did, the detective done been by there? What if those people want to come back and shoot it up again, not knowing they done moved? They got a beef with them. We living up there. I got my granddaughter and everybody like that up in there, and they come and shoot up the shit again. I don't think so. And she was charging $14.50 for that she shed shack hole fucking bullshit that had dookie and pee and dingleberries coming back up through the motherfucking drain. And when I went in there that day, flies was hanging out in the window. And it was like a whole fucking movie, like a scary movie and shit. You liable to see her fucking shit